This is me on a train going overnight from Germany to Switzerland. When I came back to Europe last year, I decided I wanted to do a long distance hike. And I went overnight to Switzerland. It took me about 18 hours to get from the north of Germany to the beginning of my trail in Switzerland. And I decided to make this little video and talk a little bit about what you see before I put up a nicer video which I took on my Osmo Action cam with less of me talking, more beautiful images, but I also wanted to say a few things. As you can see, Switzerland is beautiful, but Switzerland is also really expensive, which is part of the reason that I started this journey with very little sleep, and it was definitely a challenge to start hiking after spending the night on the train like that. What you can see here is where I actually started the trail, and I had to go up that mountain after taking a couple of trains within Switzerland, and then I took a bus, and then I had to use this little phone to let the person on top of the mountain know that I wanted to go up. And this me getting in. It was really, really tiny and beautiful though. That was a really nice way to go up, and man, I was so excited. Guys, I made it to Switzerland after 16 plus hours on the train, and as you can see, I'm going up right now, 1,000 meters or over 1,000 meters. I'm super excited. I'm so stoked. It's so pretty. I forgot just how gorgeous this country is. I have no idea what they're doing. He's carrying something in the air. It turns out they are actually resupplying the huts in the mountains by helicopter. The first day was definitely the most exhausting part of the hike that I chose, but it was also really, really beautiful, but it definitely challenged me. I was not sure whether there would be snow and ice, and I grossly overpacked. I had a backpack that was holding 44 liters. It's the backpack that I usually take to, go around the world. And I learned that that's way too much. I'm a small person and I hated carrying that much weight. Here's me starting the day and having breakfast. I got off the train really, really early and started hiking right away. And it turned out the days were super long and exhausting. Just gonna show you what we're having. It's also really interesting to me to rewatch the footage of me a couple of months back now, because I had just returned from the year in Australia, and when I see myself, I see a very different version of who I am now. I have since lost almost 10 kilos, and you tend to forget what you looked like just a couple of months ago when going through changes like that. But I'm sure it's been an interesting couple of months for most people. I thought I was going to listen to a whole lot of podcasts, which I haven't done in a while. I've downloaded them all. But so far I'm just enjoying walking and not listening to anything except for the cows you hear down in the valley. There's water running right from the glacier. The wind. I feel very, very lucky. It's very hard to know what the weather will be like, so that's why I had packed too much and therefore I had to carry a lot. But the good thing is with every hike you do and every trip you take, you learn. And this was the first solo long distance hike that I did. Next time I'll be better. This hike is a lot harder than expected. This first day has been steep until now, very steep. We'll see, I think it goes up and down, the Via Alpina, but it's so pretty, I can't complain. Let me show you, right here. Look at the tiny waterfall and the massive mountain. Wow. Okay, so next we're going up here. One thing that I need to say is that I regretted not having trekking poles so much, especially on that first day where I had to make it through ice and snow. You're gonna see that later. That was just a very, very stupid decision, and on the first day it was probably also the dangerous not to have them. But as I said, it's really hard to know what the weather will be like, because it was just on the edge from summer going to fall, and I wasn't really sure either how far the snow would have come down already, because I was high up but not super high. I'm currently on 2060 meters. As you can see, there's some snow, but it's sunny and exhausting. Afterwards, I was reading a lot in the guest book in the Bothy, and turns out that people that came just a couple of days before me had very different conditions, and also the year before I was there was just completely different. It can change in a heartbeat. I just quickly need to say that this is absolutely incredible, and I'm pretty sure this video does not do it justice. This is insane. You can see I'm exhausted after the long train ride and that really, really steep and difficult start to the hike, but also I was so excited and everything was beautiful and everything hurt. Four hours and 10 minutes and I have to go up there, I don't know how. Part of the adventure was definitely getting to know how to read the signs and where to go, what's the safest way. As you can see, I didn't come across a whole lot of people. On the first day I saw 2 or 3 hikers, that's it. It was already past the season and a lot of the guest houses, if not most of them, were already closed. But I don't see a path. Nope. Hello. Because there wasn't really anybody on the path, I was pretty happy to see those sheep. It was fun to see just someone or have some sort of interaction, even though I think I was more into it than the sheep were, but that's okay.
Hi. Found a couple of sheep. And up there is the rest. Hi. Hi.
This is the exact moment that I realized I made a mistake by not taking the trekking poles.
This is absolutely brutal. Insane. Fuck.
This is probably the highest point that I was at.
2,291.
Afterwards I really had to hurry, but everything that came after this was a lot easier to walk.
I'm currently on 2,300 meters. How's that for a first day? I feel very Jackson Groves right now, but I gotta hurry. I have probably 3 or 4 hours to go, and it's already past 3. I don't want to get there in the dark.
So this is the Bothy. They call it a Schutzhütte in German, which means that it's a place where you can go when you need shelter. So if the weather changes, this is where you can go. And there's a little book and people write in it. For once, so people know who's been there in case somebody gets lost. But also it's just a lot of nice things that people write in there, or what the weather was like. I actually just came across this one bothy, and you could technically sleep in there. If you get caught in the weather, that's no problem. I didn't drink from the water. I carried my own and it lasted me long enough. Another reason that my pack was so full and heavy was that I had to carry my own food supplies. I was not sure if I was able to get plant-based food on the trail. There were some guest houses that were open, but most of the time the options for plant-based food are rather small, and it can be a salad or it can be fries. If you're craving something else and if you need a lot of energy, you might want to pack some own food. I definitely overpacked, but I'm still glad that I could rely on that.
So instead of the cows being locked in, here you go through a gate and then you say good morning and you walk through, hopefully. Let's see. They look very curious.
This bit is gonna be super entertaining for most of you. It's me meeting massive cows for the first time. I'm gonna tell you a couple of times just how big they are. I was definitely feeling a bit uncomfortable walking through there, but
that is a lot of cows.
It's nothing compared to a couple of days later where I would actually be chased by some of them.
I wish every cow could actually have a life like this, because this is not bad. I mean, look at this. It's not bad at all. Got a bit of respect though. They're massive. They're so pretty though. Wow.
Overall, I really appreciate that they have all this space to walk, and I think this is how cows should be living.
Jesus. Can you believe this? Wow, those are so pretty. Look at those. I fucking love them. They're such giants, but somehow they're gentle. I hope. It's good to have respect for animals. Oh, are they starting beef? I don't want to get in between that. No. Okay, this is happening. Don't you fucking start anything right now. Hey, you better look away. Woo. Okay, made it. See ya. They're so pretty. So, currently have a cow following me, the spotted one. That's cool. So just now a car has passed and he's trying to make his way through the cows. Which is good because maybe he clears the way so I can look at that cow. Not going away. Oh, shut up. Why are they mooing? It's a lot of freaking cows. Oh my god, I don't want to go further. When does it stop? This is the situation. Please don't start shit. I just got a heart attack because one of them sneezed. On another note, there's a baby cow laying there. I didn't check on it because it's a bit intimidating. And I know that the guy who just drove through, he probably had a look. There's cows all the way up in the mountains. They're mountain goats, they're not cows, they're like massive mountain goats, that's what they are. Just look at how cute. Oh. Well, they have a good year. They just shot something that scared me. It was so loud. I can imagine here in the valley. Doesn't make you feel comfortable. Also,
I can't really tell you about
fuck.
hunting in that
Great
area.
job.
I don't think
And the
it's
sunscreen
something that's generally
opened
allowed,
in my
but I'm
bag.
sure there's people that somehow take care of wildlife, and I'm sure that's what that was. But there's also, if you are in those areas, sometimes there's areas for the military, so I can't really say what I heard. And that was the first day. This was the beautiful, beautiful hut I was staying at. It was completely new and it was a very special experience. I loved every second of it, and it was a shame that I had to go to sleep because that was a nice place.